Hey guys, welcome back to Sweeney Off-Road and welcome for the first time to the garage. I got to be honest with you, whenever I started this YouTube channel, there was a little concern that I'd already done all that I'd wanted to do on the Jeep and there just wouldn't be enough content to keep me busy or to keep you guys interested. But the Jeep is doing Jeep things and keeping things interesting for sure. This past weekend I took it across the state to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I helped a buddy do an engine swap on his Jeep YJ, and that went really well. We got it started. The next day, I was getting on the turnpike to come back home and had a top speed of 25 miles an hour, which is not ideal for the turnpike. So I pulled over, got a tow ride home. AAA paid for 100 miles of that. I had to out of pocket the rest of it, which was a bummer, but definitely could have been a lot worse. So I'm just grateful to be back home. The plan now, I think, is to drive it around here locally, give you guys an idea of what it's doing, and try to figure out what's going on. I have definitely lost third and fourth, and cruising right now. I don't want to push second gear, but looks like I got a top speed of about 24, 25. Right now I have it in second gear on my gear selector. I'll show you guys what happens when I put it just in drive. So put it in drive, and then there it just revs up. It's not catching. Freaking sucks. The transmission's probably got less than 500 miles on it. Definitely less than 1,000. I think what probably happened is my input shaft seal in my transmission, or my transfer case, the MP241C, is bad. I don't think I replaced it whenever I did my slip vehicle eliminator. And I think all my transmission fluid has leaked in past that seal and into my transfer case. And I'm guessing that burnt up my clutches in my transmission. Check this dipstick. Right in the middle. So it's good. We're good. It smells pretty burnt. But the thing about these dipsticks, these aftermarket dipsticks, I just got this on Amazon, is I don't know if the length of the dipstick is right, because with 4L60Es, they had all sorts of different pan depths. So I think mine is just a normal depth pan. So I assume it's right, but I'm not really sure how to tell that. And the struggle is that you add fluid until it reads good on the dipstick, and then you drive it around to make sure you got all your fluid in all the places it's supposed to be, like my cooler and my trans lines and the torque converter, and then you check it again, and then you add fluid again. So it's not like I can just add, the prescribed amount of fluid and be good, because I have different length cooler lines, different size cooler. So if anybody knows the right way, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to pull this transmission and take it to my builder and ask him what he thinks about it. I guess, worst case scenario, when I pull that transmission out, I can hold that dipstick up to it with it being out and sort of guesstimate how far down that dipstick is reaching into the pan. So well, guys, there you have it. I'm going to pull that transmission and take it back to the builder, have him confirm my fears, or just tell me I'm completely wrong and fix it anyway, and then slap it back in the Jeep. I'm a little bit nervous because whenever I put this transmission in, I had it attached to the engine, so it all went as one unit. So Hopefully I left myself plenty of room behind the engine and the firewall to get to all those bell housing bolts. But we're not about hope, we're about doing. So let's do it. All right, guys, about an hour and a half later, we got the skid plate dropped, the drive shafts pulled, and the transfer case pulled out too. The transfer case took a little longer than I expected because whenever I put it in, I had to pull it like 3 or 4 times because it kept leaking. And ultimately, what ended up working was just RTVing it. And so basically, it was just glued in there. So it took me a little bit to get it separated, but we got it out. Here's our parts pile. We've got our drive shafts and our transfer case and a little bit of oil on the floor, which is nothing a little bit of kitty litter won't fix. So tomorrow the plan is to pull that transmission out, and we should be wrapping this project up pretty soon. Well, guys, the next day has come and gone. I got the transmission out, got a little bit dirty, as you can tell by my hands and my face, but we got the transmission pulled. And with that, I think that will conclude this video. There's a torque converter over there, and we're gonna get this to the transmission builder. And in the next video, we will reinstall and let you guys know what's determined that went wrong. So thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.